Hello, everyone. Patriot 5 and Patriot 6 here. Good to see you, Richard, Papa G, Janet, Jana. Linda's here. Linda, haven't written you yet today. We'll get to that in a little bit. Myrna's here. Just trying to see who's all here. Guys, before I even go into the kids, before I go into anything, I have something I really want to talk about. There's somebody on our Telegrams channel, Patriot 2020, who is no longer on our Telegram channel. And it's because of disagreements with other people on the channel. Everybody knows that here, as long as you don't say anything to break the rules, Messenger, any site that we have, Signal, Telegram, whatever, everybody has the right to freedom of speech as long as it's not harming people. If someone puts something up you don't like, send me a message. I'll check it out. And if it's wrong, I'll talk to the people and explain why. No more arguing amongst each other. Patriot 2020 has been a very big contributor to our Telegram site for quite a while. I don't know exactly who it is. I don't remember. But please, guys, we're too close to the finish line to start letting little bitty things happen, to let little bitty things change a loving family we are. So please, just if something is not to your likable, just contact me. We'll work it out. We'll get everything. I agree, Myrna. Yes. Why didn't I just have you start this? But anyway, because I'm not mad or anything. I don't like to lose followers. And as I said, Patriot 2020 was very good at posting. With that, I also want to announce that we do have a gentleman who I think the world of, and he now goes by Patriot General Lee. Me and him have been having some fun with that, and he likes it, and I like it, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to stand up and say the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. But before I do, I want to tell you a story about a school classroom. A school classroom that they didn't like the idea that the kids were doing what they were doing. And that's standing up and proud to be an American. Because even as kids, at least they know they're free. And the teacher took the flag out of the classroom. And after she took the flag out of the classroom, these children stood up while she was sitting at her desk, the same time every morning that they said the Pledge of Allegiance. And now all of a sudden, it wasn't going to be allowed to be said. And they cited, without the flag, the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States of America. And for them kids, I commend them, because I've told you so many times, a major reason I do and Ron does, and I think a lot of people in here, Hi Family Channel and Michael Gentry, Ian, good to see you, Jeffrey. A lot of things is, I believe in the young kids is the future to our country, because us as senior citizens, especially with the beds, we're going to be around long enough to let them know and teach them what's right and wrong. You know, I have grandkids, and I talk about them all the time. Hi, Ann. I have grandkids that literally right now, hi, Maria. Right now, my grandkids, they want patriotic things for Christmas. My grandson, I used to have some here. I have these little rubber things that you wear on your wrist. It's patriotic with the flags and different red, white, and blue absorptions. Hi, One Voice. Anyway, all of this I have. And I seen Patriot 7 the other day, and he was so happy. He was so excited because Patriot Little Monkey and Patriot Super Gymnast put theirs down, and he didn't wear it for a couple of days. And he was just like a little kid in a candy shop because he got to wear 3 of them. I've showed you guys my red, white, and blue shoes that I wear, my hat that I wear. Patriot 7 has them all. He doesn't have the shoes, and I'm not gonna go any further than that. I told him he needed a new pair of red shoes for Christmas because he outgrew his. Hi, Justin. He outgrew them, so I told him. He says, "Well, I'd rather have a pair like that." Well, who knows? Maybe ho 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 is going to be good. We never know. But that being said, like I said, I'm going to say the pledge, but I just wanted to tell that story. And I want to come back and talk to the kids. And I'm in a talkative mood tonight, so we'll see what happens. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, where the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt as love is stand. God bless the USA. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, oh, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, oh, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'd rather stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt of this land. God bless the USA. God bless this country. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand.
Yes, sir. God bless the USA, and I'm proud to be an American. And you know what? We all talk about sports, or I talk about sports a lot. Hey, Terry, Ron Anderson's on. Bill Woods is here. But we talk about sports. And when everybody talks about sports, they talk about how corrupt it's become. And it has. But you know, there's a lot of good people in sports that still want it to be. They want the baseball games to be like they used to. I've heard on several occasions recently, I'm tired of the cheating. It's time we go back and play like we did when I was a kid, where the best team wins, the best players win. And then a week ago, Sunday, a guy by the name of, I believe it was Nick Bosa, plays for the San Francisco 49ers. His team had just pulled out a big win on Sunday afternoon, and they was interviewing Brock Purdy on the sideline, and you know, Nick Bosa had just as much of a game that Brock Purdy did, but you know, we always got to give it to the quarterback. And Brock Purdy's being interviewed, and all of a sudden Nick Bosa comes in and he starts pointing at his hat. And that hat just happened to say MAGA. And he's pointing at it. Person doing the interview got you could just see they was frustrated. You could see the smile on Brock Purdy's face, like, go, man, go. You could see it. The NFL actually fined this man for this. Because there's no place for politics. There's no place for politics in professional sports. You got to be kidding me.
Yet they had Veterans Day today.
But yet they're honoring veterans, which, by the way, happy Veterans Day to all veterans and all veterans' families. Because what people forget when we celebrate Veterans Day, and all the people who went to protect us, all the people who was gone, my brother Ron sitting right over here, my brother Russ, you know, going and fighting in wars, going to other countries to prevent things from happening, doing all of these things. What people forget is, why don't we have a day for the families? The families of veterans, because see, I can remember my mom crying almost every day for over 365 days because one son was in Germany or France and the other one was in Vietnam. It's the toll it takes, but I don't want to damper this beautiful day today, and I do want to give thanks and let each and every veteran know how much love I share to you for what you've done so we can be where we are now. But going back to my football story, yesterday, a team did something very, very good. And you know, when you do something very, very good, you got to celebrate. You know, it's a celebration. Let's go. And about 5 of these people from the same team ran to the middle of the field. They all joined together, as it had to be there because the music started playing when they did it, to YMCA. And these guys did the hat dance in the middle of the field. And the NFL is peed off. They are totally peed off because there's nothing they can do, because there's nothing political about that song and that dance. And I tell you, I never was much of a 49er fan. Now that I see my Bears are going to stink like they've been doing for this last several years, I'm kind of hoping the 49ers win. I don't think they will. I think it'll be Kansas City, because I'm telling you, when it comes down to cheating, they are the masters. They get away with everything. A week ago, Sunday, the Bears blocked a field goal. Had they allowed to have the block, they would have won the game. But oh no, they got a penalty called on them. The team took the penalty, got a first down. They made the field goal. No, they blocked the field goal. The team ended up scoring after that to win the game eventually. Without that score, they wouldn't have won. But yesterday in a Kansas City game, you could literally see not one, but two people doing the exact same thing, only worse in the Kansas City game. And oh, the announcers were about ready to go into orgasms because they won the game. Can you believe it? Because we have the rest of the league, and then we have Patrick Mahomes. Let's go talk to the kids. I told you I was in a mood to talk tonight, guys. So I'm glad to see you guys paying respect to our. Is there any veterans on here tonight in the chat? If there is, if you're a veteran, give a thumbs up, please. Ron, just give a thumbs up. He should have did it in this chat, but he didn't do it. He didn't listen. Anyway, Patriot Super Jimmy, if you did not listen to the Restored Republic, you got to listen to it. It's an hour and 5 minutes. You're going to get frustrated listening to it because the man says things 2 and 3 times. But you know the one thing he talked about today was them beds. And oh my goodness, there's going to be laws passed. There's going to be laws passed if certain places don't get them in there when the hat says they need to be in there by. There's going to be laws passed. And if they don't do it, they're going to get fined. I love it. Family Channel is here. Clint Titus is here. I'm just trying to get everybody a little recognition. Sharon Kraft is here. Jamie Greenwood, did I mention you? If I'm not, I just did. But so the beds are coming, buddy. So tell Daddy I'll get back with him later tonight. Or you, whichever one is, messaged me on Telegram, and I'll answer your questions and tell you something. First time, welcome, everybody. Welcome, Clint Titus. It's his first time on tonight. Thank you. Thank you for coming on. I hope you like our show. To let you know, we are a family here, so feel free to chat. Patriot 11. I'm worried about you, buddy, because I would have thought by now grandma would have got in touch with me. I've been going through all my records, and I lost a lot of stuff, and I just can't find her information to contact her. But I know we'll get it all straightened out when time is right. Patriot Boogs, Boogie, Boogs, Boogaloo, Boogaroo, Boogaroo, or the 5 boogies or boogers or whatever. John, you got too many boogs. Anyway, I've talked to Grandpa, and I know what the beds mean to all of us, but, we all need a little help. And because I found out something about someone that's very, very special to me, and I'm not going to mention name because I was asked not to. I was asked I could tell somewhat, but I found out someone very, very special to me is in need of them too because of something he has. But, they keep it quiet, so will I. Did I miss somebody? Borkin, welcome to the show. Borkin Project. Welcome in. Thank you, Janet, for saying hi. I seen where you said hi. That's where I seen his name. Well, we're glad you're here, Clint. We're glad you're here. And you start talking. Yeah. You'll find you'll have a lot of fun. These people over here like to talk. And that's why we like this format. That's why I do the live shows instead of just the recorded ones now, because people just like to talk. Patriot, let's see, who did I miss? Where that was at. Patriot Princess. our queen, our ball player. I know she's proud to be an American. She has a tremendous grandmother, and along with her brother Hunter, they're great kids. And as all kids, I can't wait to meet them. I know I'll have to drink 2 beers every time. I'm supposed to only drink 1 because grandma's quit drinking, and that's good. But I have a suspicion she might tap one with me. Guys, this show is not about us drinking. I know myself, I like to. There for a while I didn't because I got sick. I actually quit for over a year. Hey, Jamie, how are you? Hunter, how you doing in school? I hope everything is good. Patriot Karate Kid and Patriot Wyatt Earp. What a tremendous mom you have. Every time I think of you guys, I just keep thinking of one day me and her were chatting, and she said, Ralph, I'll do anything for my family. Patriot little Leona and little Leilana. I keep getting pictures, not so much of Leilana, because I used to get them on Facebook. And guys, I don't go to Facebook much anymore. If my son or my daughter tells me they posted something, I actually remember the other night, it was on the 7th when we did the show. I sang happy birthday and wished my niece, Rhonda, a happy birthday. Now, my niece, Rhonda, has probably never, ever watched one of my shows. She may have a little bit, but hey, Cindy's here. I had a nice talk with Cindy the other night. Unfortunately, she was tired and she kept falling asleep on me. And all I would hear was I'm talking and talking. And you guys, you see, I have a tendency to ramble. And I'd be rambling on and I'd wait for an answer. All of a sudden I'd hear. And I said, Cindy, are you awake? Cindy, are you awake? Well, the first time I got her awake. Second time there was no hope. My battery's down to about 4%. And I said, I'm going to go. But we had a very nice talk. And I hope she got her problem solved. She called me for some advice on her CPAP machine. I hope she was able to do it. But seeing her here tonight, I know she's okay still. Because, it's when you're supposed to wear a CPAP machine, you can't wear it that night. It's a little bit touchy. You're a little bit scared. I think I got all the children. If I missed any, I'm sorry. But as I was saying, I don't go to Facebook much anymore. It's just like the song said, it's the same old song. And I mean, the things that they say on there. So let's move on. So children, I hope that you understand that you are the backbone of this show, that we base everything around you. Every night when I pray, I make sure I talk to God and pray to God that he takes care of every child in the world. But I do want to mention one other child. And it's a little girl that if you listen to the Restored Republic, and I'm not going to bring the name up because if I do, I don't know. I don't think I'd get, hi, Sharon. Ian, I don't know if I said hi to you or not. If I say hi to you a couple times, just consider yourself lucky, or just think that I'm old and I can't remember who I say hi to. But this little girl on the Restored Republic, what she's went through, and her state refuses to let her get help. They literally are fighting against her mother to let her get help. And I'm thinking, you know what? It's time we get that little girl help. I'm telling you, this was such a touching article about her today on Restored Republic. I walked in the door to start getting ready for the show tonight. And as I walked through the door, I put my cell phone down here on the stand that I'm right here now. And when I did, I walked into the kitchen and Ron makes a statement. Restored Republic was long today. And I said, yes, it was, but it was pretty good. He said, yeah, but if that little girl needs help, why aren't we getting her help? It's time we do. And he was very adamant about it. That is a very touching story. And it's one that has to be rectified. It's something we as patriots, if they don't get something done, we got to do it ourselves. We got to get this little girl help. We got to get something going. But I do want to talk about patriotism and what's going on and everything that's going on. I mean, you go to TikTok now, and I like to go to TikTok just to watch the short videos. And I have several people who send me stuff to TikTok there, and I go in and I check it out. But the things that they're doing, there's so many people that they can't admit defeat. They can't admit defeat. And I had one person when I tried to say, hey, guys, it wasn't like it was decided by one state. It was the worst ass kicking anybody's got, in so long that people can't remember when someone getting their rear kicked so bad. And isn't it funny? And I want to bring this up. Isn't it funny how a woman who spent almost $1 billion trying to get elected is now $20 million in debt, and she can't pay the people that she owes? Boy, isn't that amazing? But this is the same person that if you go to TikTok, they're running these shows every night. She was a better choice than the hat. Are you kidding me? You put it to a vote. He won by over 5 million votes. There's 50 states. There's 50 states. What would it be? You'd have to take 100,000 votes out of every state, and she would have still lost because it was more than 5 million. They could have took 100,000. They could have did what they did in 2020. They could have got 100,000. But you know what happened? A lot of the people that they've been paying money while they was stealing from us, a lot of them people voted for him. Are you kidding me? Okay, Myrna's dad and husband and brothers were all in the service. I asked you guys that served to give a thumbs up, and then I quit looking over there for a while. So I don't know. Okay, Cindy got the problem fixed. I don't know how many of you served, but for all that did, you guys, we got to make this a day that we all, when we go to bed tonight and say our prayers, we give one last respect, because we would not be here without these people. I almost went to the service. I actually signed up to go to the Navy, but I was going in with a friend of mine who was going to lie about his age because he didn't turn old enough to go until the following February. And they said, well, hey, Sharon Kraft is here. They said, well, Mr. Anderson, as long as you was going in on a friend plan, a buddy plan, whatever you want to call it, come back in February and you boys can both, sign up. Well, between then and that time, I got a nice job. And then just a little after the February, he had decided he didn't want to go. So a little after February, I got a really nice job where I stayed for the next almost 30 years. So I'm not saying I don't miss the fact that I had the chance to go, but it's not something that's, wore on me, because I seen what my brothers being gone, Ron and Russ, for them 2 years, what it did to my mom. And I think that was a big decision of deciding not to do it anyway, was because I didn't want to put her one voices here also. So yeah, I thought that was a very, very cute thing that I just talked about with how can a woman who is going to change the economy, is going to bring the economy back up, Happy birthday to Ann today. It's her birthday. Happy birthday, Ann. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Ann. Happy birthday to you. It's good to see Linda on the show tonight. I owe Linda a letter. I haven't even been on my phone enough today to check out to see if she chronic eats on tonight. But let's see what we got here. Yeah, the article I was talking about, guys, this is exactly what it says about this one person. Maybe I'll get it. I don't know. I might not be able to open it. Yeah. I can't get it open. But then we have this. And when I received what I'm about to read to you now, I received it in a 5 more days. Ugh. And when you receive something 5 more days, ugh. It kind of gets to you. You know what I mean? You kind of don't even want to look at it. And it's in very small print, but I'm able to make it bigger. And it says, RV News, Jesus, and in parentheses, translation, current goal for notifications is 5 days. Some governing board in Iraq has been given the go to hold and told to get it done. The street rate will change and be posted. It's in their hands now. They have 5 days. If they do not, they will receive a phone call from the hat. Jen says, what has the hat been doing since winning the election? Jesus, calling world leaders and making arrangements for the release of the Big N and Big G. He has a list of planned events to take place. There is movement all over the world to prepare. Some knew he would win. Coming in the news, landslides or avalanche caused by underground charges, when we know what that is. Attempt to bury servers. Dems want recounts of votes in an attempt to regain seats. Widespread panic from Dem Party about the hat policies, more protests being organized. Now, as I talked the other day and I said, according to what I'm hearing, we're in our 10 days of darkness. We have not seen anything in this like we thought. Remember, there was going to be riots here, and there was going to be riots there, and they was going to do this here, and they was going to do that there. But what have we talked about for the last 2 years, 3 years? The hat, with his intelligence, he's always 5 or 6 moves away from his opponents, ahead of his opponents. So we're assuming that the hat is still there in that kind of ability, is what I'm assuming. So that being said, I think we're in for some good times. And the person, who sent this, what I just read, she's probably the most loving person I know in this group. So you guys should all know who it is. I don't see her on here tonight, but I had a very good talk with her the other day, and you know, it's just something that she wants this, not even for her, even everything she's going through. She wants this for all of us. You know, so we can take care of everything we need to take care of. Now, I need to go in here and bear with me a minute. Here's something posted on Patriots 5 Forever Telegram site. I can't play it because it mentions a name that we can't say, but everything this 100-year-old veteran is expressing here is why he voted for President the Hat and why God help President the Hat win. Don't put this man in this video off and just pass by what he is saying. Listen, do you remember your childhood? Do you remember your husbands, sons, brothers who gave their lives for this country? Take time to listen. If you don't listen, then everything they fought for is not. Now, I have not listened to it. It just came in. It just came in, and I wanted to read that part, but anybody who wants to watch it and listen to it, I don't know if I can send it other than where it's at. I'll try later, but if not, just go into Patriots 5 Forever. Businesses. This is businesses they're saying to maybe avoid at Christmas. Businesses that supported the hat and businesses that did not. Walmart donated to the hat campaign. Target did not. Ace Hardware and Home Depot supported the hat. Lowe's did not. Dillard's supported the hat. Nordstrom's did not. Chick-fil-A supported the hat. In-N-Out Burgers did not. Big Lots did. Costco did not. Publis, Bass Pro Shops, Dollar General all supported the hat. Wayfair, Kohl's did not. Tractor Supply supported the hat. Hobby Lobby donated a lot to the hat. Whole Foods and Levi Strauss did not. Sephora, SEP, HORA, big supporters of the hat. I think we all understand our assignment this year. Yeah. There was another article on here I really wanted to read. But I'm not seeing it. Give me 1 second here. Nope, don't look like I'm going to see it. One of the things that I'm getting a kick out of watching is all the people who's crying, and some of this is so phony that they're just doing it to get people to talk about them. That's why I won't mention any names of people who's doing things like this. It's kind of funny, but there's I guess it's a morning show. It's called Something you see. What the heck's the name of it? There's a bunch of ladies. Has something to deal with seeing. The View. And I don't know if you guys have seen or watched. I've never watched it. But on TikTok, they have some things on there. Some very important things. I'm having trouble with my phone as I'm trying to get to the next article, but I did want to talk about this anyway. But they have some stuff on there. And there's a lot of people that's wanting to know why these people haven't left. As I mentioned in Friday Night Show, the young man who used to play Chachi in Happy Days, he literally sits in his chair and he reads a list. There's another gentleman that's from Canada and says, no, why are you guys saying you're leaving the United States? We don't want you in Canada. Canada don't even want Canada people in Canada. But just to give these people who want to go to Canada or Australia or New Zealand a heads up, when all this is said and done, they're going to be part of the United States, guys. So maybe you want to go to some place like, I don't know. One guy was on talking about he's already making arrangements for him to go and get a passport with an illegal name. It's not even his name, so no one can track him. They said, well, what are you going to do with your wife and your kids? Oh, I don't want them living in a country like that. I want them living in a good country. So Bobo's here. So he's going to leave him in the United States, but it's not good enough for him. But, you know, the part that I wanted to talk about here is, man, one lady does a video on TikTok, and she's literally upset because we're not getting what we were promised if we voted and got a certain person in there. We're not getting what she was promised, and it's really making her very mad. And I do want to take the opportunity, because I almost said a cuss word there. I do want to take the opportunity to let everybody know this video is not made for children. Children can watch it under the discretioncy of their parents, grandparents, legal guardians, or someone that gives them permission that's old enough to give them permission. It's up to them to decide if they're able to watch it. Also, the music and any things that we use, we don't own this. We have no legal rights to it. We use it for information and for entertainment purposes only. But this lady's going bonkers. And I'm looking at this video and I'm thinking, wow. And then she reels me in. And she said, yeah, because what we were promised if we got him elected, all these people would leave, and they're not leaving. Get on the airplane and go and go and go. But they won't leave. They won't go. Why? Why did they lie to us? Why? Because they're never going to be able to go any place any better than what they are right now. And they may say that they don't love America, but if they don't, they're stupid or they're idiots. I think a lot of them are anyway. I do believe from the bottom of my heart, for all the love I have for everyone on this show and in our group and in our family, I do believe a lot of them are going to be taking either a plane trip or a boat trip, or they're going to get to leave America. They might go to a place that might have a little bit of Mo in it, if you get what I mean. Boy, I'm getting so creative of saying that word without saying that word. But you know something that's really, I got to talk about this, guys, because it is literally making me sick. We come on this show and we talk in codes. You know, we talk in code so we can do the show and be a happy family. Some people that just get together 3 times a week and we do good things here. And we have to talk in code. And I even went in and I did a video on TikTok and it got banned. I've asked them 4 or 5 times, why did I get banned? And they won't tell me. But then they'll let people get on TikTok and they'll let them, I mean, the words that they use, the things they talk about things that shouldn't be talked about. Or they'll even do videos of a mom and a son together. And they're doing it on all the channels. AKA, you know what I'm talking about, channels. You. They need to tube up and just, you can talk about things like that. And what kind of sick people do things like that? But they don't. They just want to get their video. They want to go viral. So we're going to just put stuff out there, just crap. I mean, I'd much rather hear someone say something about the hat, but actually say his name. I'd gladly hear someone say something about Sleepy and Dopey, but actually see a video on them than to have it all over the place. Come on. These social sites are not porn sites, but why do they allow it? You know why? Because people's going to watch it. They're going to listen to it. And then there's going to be commercials in it. And it's money, 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 money. I even sent a message to TikTok. I said, could you please tell me this video, this video, this video? And I sent the links to them. Could you please tell me how these are allowed to be run on here? But this video here that I posted, I said nothing. I went back and listened to that video so many times. But you won't allow that one to be seen, but you'll allow this. I said, wow, who are we running? What, is Hunter running the show now? Is he in charge of all of them? But anyway, we all know about the brothers, and I'm going to call them the B brothers. The B case has already been ruled on in our favor, but was held back to subdue any civil rioting and unrest within our country. With the unanimous red wave from our 2024 election proves that the time is now to unveil and announce this ruling so that we, the true American citizens, can take back our country and live within peace and love and have our sovereignty back. The way we should have had since 1913. I am not saying that when this ruling is announced that this peace will happen. Immediately, there will be some upheaval and unrest within some states and cities, but our new government and military has already taken serious steps to counter any of these situations. They will not be playing around with these individuals and will be squashed and handled appropriately and decisively. They will then realize in any moment's notice that they have made a grave mistake and lay down their arms and quickly discontinue their actions. If they don't, I can guarantee they will pay for the ultimate price with their whatever. The military will not be playing games, and defeat is never, ever an option. Having been in the military myself, I know this firsthand. My God, my country, and my countrymen will always come first, no matter what branch we are in. The tide has turned red, and our Lord above us is with us always. For the Lord with us, you could be ever. Who could ever be or stand against us? Absolutely no one will have to face and deal with some false flags ahead. But please be rest assured that each event is planned and designed to be handled with victory as our final reward. You can bet your life on it. Stand strong, stand in faith, stand in prayer, stand with God, and we shall soon see our reward that God has always intended us to have. I love and honor each and every one of you, and proud to call you my brothers and sisters in Christ our Lord. That came from Bearded Patriot. And it's funny because what I just read there, guys, is what I was looking for on my site for a couple of minutes when I said, I'm sorry, I can't read it. That is exactly what I wanted to read. The HAT 2024 trained special beds operators ready to display quantum healing technologies to all citizens, the life-changing secret behind the deep state desperately hid. The special beds aren't just advanced machines. They're revolutionary technology based on the quantum healing the elite has spent billions hiding from the public. These devices interact with the body in quantum level, restoring cells and reversing disease, aging, and even genetic disorders. Each special bed works by generating a high frequency field and resonates with human DNA, reconfiguring damaged cells to their original healthy state. Imagine reversing years of illness or trauma in a mere minutes, powered by advanced quantum computing and 0 point energy. This tech taps into resources classified by deep state for decades. Why have they kept it hidden? It's simple. Big Pharma thrives on sickness in the public and knew about special beds. The multi-trillion-dollar pharmaceutical industry would collapse overnight. Sleepy as a puppet for this, elites have no intentions of allowing this technology to reach the masses. The HAT knew this. That's why even during Sleepy's administration, he moved covertly, installing special beds under construction wings of select hospitals and military facilities, keeping them out of sight from the deep state's prying eyes. The signs have been everywhere, from mysterious high security hospital upgrading to remote military base preparing for the special beds revolution. These special beds require specialized training, so the HAT's team has been secretly prepping quantum medics and network of vetted operators who will be ready for mass deployment as soon as the HAT reclaims office. Every special bed session adapts to each patient's unique genetic and psychological markers, making this technology truly personalized healing. The HAT's plan includes special bed centers, independent and traditional hospitals, to ensure everyone has access, bypassing big pharma chokehold on healthcare. These centers will be staffed by loyalists who not only operate the beds, but also protect them from any deep state sabotage attempt. Beyond healing, special beds have a cognitive component that can restore memories, enhance mental clarity, and unlock suppressed capabilities, dismantling the mental conditioning, keeping people in line. Once the public sees the truth behind these lies, the control structure collapses. Once the HAT resumes office, special beds will roll out nationwide, bypassing red tape with executive orders and giving every citizen access. This is the revolution the elites fear most. Big Pharma's empire is about to crumble, and the world as we know it will forever be changed. The countdown has begun. Special beds are ready, and the Hat's re-election is final step to liberate us all. I really like that. I really do. Oh, let's see what else we have. Here's something that the Hat is planning to at least 100 plus ferocious legal warriors across America to investigate all of SORORS, Marxist DAs, and restoring justice in America. There is no more dire threat to the American way of life than the corruption of the weaponization of justice system. As president, I will make it personal mission to restore the scales of justice in America. I will appoint U.S. attorneys that will be the polar opposite of the SOROS district attorneys, with others appointed throughout. There will be the 100 most ferocious legal warriors against crime and communist corruption in this country has ever seen. In addition, completely overhauling the DOJ and FBI, we will launch sweeping civil rights investigations into Martix district attorneys. I will order the DOJ to establish a task force on protecting the rights to self-defense. We will investigate the use of police state tactics and arrest conservatives and Christians. Conservatives and Christians. We will save the legal systems. We will do it. We will save it. Here's something that was leaked that what the people who lost was going to do to prevent the Hat from taking office. Very, very corrupt people. The hands of the past are no longer. The hands of the future are here. 11/11, the final timeline. Remember, this is Universal. Has a picture here of Kaboom. The Hat told desperate checkmate. In chess number checkmate. Second time he's done this. Big news very soon. The storm is upon us. The time has come. Time to shock the world. Tonight, midnight, green light, the great reset. How many patriots are on Telegram? Share this photo if you will support President the Hat no matter what. The green light has been given by President the Hat. Global Military Alliance in motion. Global Alliance to take over fake news. Mainstream media make mass arrest. Alive, he is not dead. He will return on November 13th. And there's a picture of probably the greatest dancer ever to be an entertainer. I think you guys know who I'm talking about. He had 5 brothers, or he was part of 5 brothers. They might have had a very good group. So I'm going to prepare to finish the show now by reading Judy Bidington and see what she has to say, which probably isn't going to be a whole lot because we literally have covered we've covered probably pretty much everything. But I do want to go back and cover one last thing before I go to Judy. And the thing I'd like to cover here is Big Pharma. How many of you guys have talked about certain things happening with the beds? How many of, when you've talked about them, has people said Big Pharma will never allow that to happen? How many of you have heard Dopey as she was running, thinking that she was going to be, I can't, you know what? I can't even say it. I can't even say it. But thinking she was going to actually be the one in charge of us. What a joke. You know, everybody thought, big part of her campaign, if the hat wins, he is in bed with Big Pharma. And I'm thinking, are you kidding me? If the hat wins, he's going to close Big Pharma down. And I actually went on and got in some conversations with some people on TikTok. They do these live shows and they're totally against him 100%. Boy, when a guy that loves him goes on and talks and is willing to speak his mind and knows more than they know. And it's like that TV show that used to be on. You guys remember that TV show Stump the Stars? And it's like you do that. And you go in there and they don't have a thing. And I remember they was talking about Big Pharma, how the hat was going to use them and how everything was going to go in favor of Big Pharma. He was in bed with them. And I said, what kind of idiots are you? Are you just plain and simple idiots? Or did you really go to college to become one? And he said, well, that's pretty rude, sir. And I said, no, my dad was, sir, I'm just Patriot 5. Or you can call me Ralph, whichever. And they said, what do you got to say? I said, he will destroy Big Pharma. Big Pharma will not exist 3 months after he's in office. But you guys don't look at it. You listen to all of this fake news. As Charlie Kirk was talking to all these kids, and they would come on and say, what gives you the right to stand here or sit here and talk to college kids? And Charlie Kirk would answer, are they going to vote? Yeah. Are you going to vote? Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to do, is show you what's right and wrong. You can vote for her or you can vote for him, but I just want you to have true information. And they would say terrible, terrible things. And he said, that's not true. And he would prove it's not true. I never seen one case of a kid coming to the mic that they could put him down. He always had the right answer. He always could prove it. And now now when someone comes in and tries to put him down and put the hat down and put the good guys down, and then he proves them right, he's got these 10,000 kids standing behind him that they go nuts. And all the while he's throwing MAGA hats into the crowd. He did more to get the hat elected than most people will ever know. And I'm telling you right now, staying on par, I would gladly in 4 or 8 years vote for him and Candace Owen if they was running together. I think them two, along with that reporter, I don't know why. She's a beautiful blonde. I just can't think of her name. Come on, Myrna, you always pull me out on her. Who's that lady? That blonde, the reporter. Megyn Kelly, I think it is. Is that right? Hi, Dana. But it is what it is. But what I'm trying to say here is when they was running their campaign, all the things that they was saying he was going to do, yeah, he is. He is going to be in bed with Big Pharma because nobody else is going to be there. Big Pharma is going to be gone, so that bed's going to be wide open. Probably used to help these special beds. They can use one of those to help them or give somebody a place to lay after they have their little procedure. Okay, Megyn Kelly. Thanks, Janet. I just wanted to know whose Megyn Kelly's name was, but that's okay. Janet helped me out, and I remembered her. And I don't know why I can't remember, because I usually don't have any trouble remembering any beautiful woman's name. And that lady, I'm telling you, I love watching her. But there is so many people that I really hope when he has a rally, he has these people in. They didn't care about what they was making. They just wanted it. Charlie Kirk was going to city after city after city, and we dominated. Or, okay, I say we because I feel part of it. The hat dominated the college universities, a place where Dopey thought that she was going to do very well in. Nah, because they got it. They got it because no matter what people would come up and say, but one thing I did learn from one of the girls that got in an argument with him, I heard that a man can actually have a baby. Now there's a video on TikTok that little boy, after they got this girl on there saying that, little boy goes, bullshit, that's bullshit. And it is what it is. So let's see what Judy has to say. And we're going to make this quick, guys, because I told you I was talkative tonight. I'm at 1:06. I'll try to wrap this up by 1:10, or 1:10. Judy Bidington compiled Monday the 11th, 2024 at 12:01. The countdown has begun. A world-wide blackout, the greatest military intelligence operation in the history of the world, in progress. It's always been about the children. That's what we say. Love them, watch out for them, protect them. I was talking to someone the other day, and I told them I want to work projects with the children, and they said, well, explain what you mean. And I says, with the help of these beds, I want to live long enough that every child in the world has a mom and a dad and a dad, a mom and a mom, or just a dad. But they have somebody who every special day, and there's 365 of them in a year. I don't know how many there's going to be with this new calendar, but right now there's 365 days. And I want every child in the world to know he has a roof over his head, she has a roof over her head, and they're loved. And when it's their birthday, they get their party. And when it's Christmas, they get to open up as many presents as they want. That's what I want. And I talk about my projects, Ron's projects, and Patriot 5, Patriot 6, and Families projects. I talk about them. But to me, to take care of the kids and the girl, Julia, in the Ukraine, we have already put into action. She's already talked to a place over there where kids are. And we're already putting into action that when this happens, we're going to fix this place up. And the people that work there, they can continue to work there as long as they love the kids. They're not going to do it for a job anymore. They will be compensated, whoever works there. But what we want to do is we want to get rid of the trash, the people that are just working to get a paycheck. They don't care about these kids. We want to have people living there. Maybe it's a lady, maybe it's a man who they don't have anybody, but they love kids. And until we can find homes for every kid and adoptions, think about adoptions for kids. Right now, you can't afford to adopt a kid. I have 2 nieces that would adopt 2 or 3 kids in a heartbeat if they could. But with these special beds, maybe they can have a child of their own. Maybe they can have 2. But I was talking to one of them the other day about that. And you know what she said to me? I don't care if I can have 1 or 2 of my own. I'd still adopt 4 or 5. They have a love like you don't see in women a lot for these children, but they can't afford to adopt them. They're both of them in their 40s. And I'm telling you, they're going to make the greatest moms in the world. It's only wise to have at least a month's supply of food, water, cash, medicine, and essential items on hand. So we always cover that. What do we think we know? Q is the 17th letter of the alphabet. Well, we know that. Well, the letter 17 is considered the greatest operation in the history of the world, headed by President the Hat. The Q movement supports the global currency reset and is behind forming and running the global military alliance. Right now, the global military alliance is arresting and bringing to justice over 500,000 Illuminati deep state cabal globalists. Those globalists, New World Order Agenda 2030, I'm not even going to read that because it's not going to get to there. From 1997 till 2011, over 300 politicians and celebrities visited that island that we all talk about. Tucker Carlson has a video of Jack Smith making plans with the Department of Justice and Dopey to frame the Hat so he didn't win 2024 presidential election. That's another guy that deserves kudos, Tucker Carlson. Very, very great in what he's doing. Now they talk about the Vatican and the tunnels, and they talk about this and that. And that's all we're going to talk about tonight, guys. 1:11 and 11 seconds on the show tonight. As I started to say that, it was 1:11 and 11 seconds on the show. With that, dear Lord, as we come to the end of tonight's show, please have mercy on everybody who watched this show tonight and put up with my ramblings. I hope they enjoyed the show, listening as much as I enjoyed doing it. Lord, I love each and every one of these people who are here with us, and all the people who are patriots and looking after us. Lord, look after 100% of all children. And Lord, make this a very special Veterans Day for the veterans. Give them their just dues and let them know that they are loved by people that they'll never know, people that they'll never imagine, that they're loved all over this great country in the United States of America. Because without them, we would not be a great country in the United States of America. Lord, the Hat just changed things for the best for us. But without these veterans, without these beautiful, beautiful veterans, we never would have got there. To all the people having birthdays today, Lord, wish them a happy birthday from me and from our family, Patriot 5 and Patriot 6, who we pray to you through our Savior, your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen and amen. Good night, everyone. We love you all, and we'll see you Wednesday night, maybe sooner. Who knows? We might get some good news. Love you all.